I have a question. I noticed for a while already that I'm losing more and more interest in certain things.
Yeah.
It's really strange. I find it reading. Used to be a big time reader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Novels, no interest. Concerts,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
It's a little bit frightening too.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be left?
Yeah.
I sometimes I wonder, is it aging or is it part of this? I can't say I really regret it, but it's a little bit frightening. Yes, so many interests are disappearing, dissolving.
You don't know what will happen. Maybe some things come back and suddenly you go into a concert or not. I don't know.
There's a lot of Alzheimer in my family. 4 of my family members are suffering. Everybody's getting old. So sometimes I think, maybe that's it. But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. There's nothing to say about that, because it can be like that, or it's going on in the same way. I don't know.
Yeah.
We always like, oh my God, there's something changing, so maybe it will be forever, and it will be with everything, and nothing is left, and all those ideas can come up. But you don't know, there can be something else.
No, it just means there are less ways to entertain yourself. That's it. That's it. That's what you notice when it's gone. So what now?
Yeah.
Look at things with a more neutral stance. For sure that's helpful in situations of suffering, but does it also be less passion, less enthusiasm, less for the things that we currently, or perhaps we're now seeing as neutral, that we perhaps used to see as positive.
But neutral is not flat. Neutral is, there's no meaning. It doesn't mean that's, like neutral is flat and everything is, it's okay, like that. But the neutral is more like there's no meaning. So it's just like that, without meaning, without anything. It's just coming, or like little children. It's like no meaning, but it's enthusiasm or or just how it is. And that when there's that me construct going on, there's something going on like, should behave a little bit more, or I'm not that fiery on my own and all that. And when that's gone, it's just going the way it is. It's like full on, but in everything, so it doesn't mean full on, but like alive is not always much energy. It can be low energy or anything, everything. But in the way it is. Silence or noise. There's so much going on about how to do it and what can I do. The normal way seems in the story like, oh, just how it's going by itself, that can't be it. So there's something going on. How to do that? How to behave? What can I learn? How to this? And then hearing, it's everything. So it's just the way it comes or goes. We can't even imagine, because those rules or behaving or all that how to and why and all, it's so embodied. So there's always those questions, and do I do the right thing, and the way I do it, and maybe, oh, what shall I say about it, and all that is going on all the time. It's not really every time the same, but there's something going on, like always something, and then suddenly there's talking about it's free, like that, and it's going, and then there's a longing for that, because we see children like that. That's just, they don't think about it, they just do and all that. No responsibility or expectations or all that. And then that's what this is about. That innocence, that going without noticing, without anything. No meaning, no intention, just that. How it is. And it doesn't mean that when there's, because that's another one also, like when there's a lot of trying to behave and things like that, oh, I'm still in the me, I should be not the end, in the end, when I'm free, then that's the end. So that's, because that's the idea a lot of times too, then, no, the behaving in this, that can be like restricted or like that, then that's what it is. So that's confusing, because we want to be free and all that. That would be the most nice thing, or the longing maybe. And hearing that it's already that what is. So it's confusing, all those information. Because the hearing that what's going on, is it already? It has nothing to do with the way it's going. Then it's everything. When it's hearing it's everything, then it's, oh God, I don't know. Then that's what's happening. There's nothing wrong or right with that. Then that's what's happening. Freedom is not a feeling of freedom. The freedom is that's everything.
Yes, I don't like when I feel needs. I want to change, not to be less needy. And just before I was feeling needy, and I realized that if it's the problem is the word needy, the word. It's more, if I just sense the sensation, it's okay. But to name it, label needy, wow, that's a psychological problem then, girl. You need to change.
Yeah.
To be more autonomous, more independent, more... So just the sensation, for me it's okay.
Yeah, it's already in that. Yeah, it's so much we call it in a certain way, because we compare it, but it could be.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. And it's that sensation. You don't even can know what it is.
Yes. I learned that it was needy, but who tell me? I don't remember how it happened that was like that.
Yeah. And even when that's calling needy, that can be like funny, like, oh, I'm so needy, that can happen, But we have a judgment about that, it's like, oh my God, I should be like that.
Yeah, it's like a craving.
But when that judgment is there, then it's that feeling like, oh, I want more, can be there. So it's not about anything. We're always trying to find out what is it about? What can I do? What is it? And then what is everything? So you can't find out. Yeah, you never will.
Yes. Yes.
You mean, you say it is everything, and you say everything is it.
Yeah,
That's what it means.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh. So it cannot be understood.
No,
It
everything.
cannot be
No,
understood.
everything is.
And it's the same over there. It cannot be understood.
No.
So
No, it's
the
not that
essence
I
of
understand.
non-duality, there's no understanding over there either.
No.
Okay.
No, the words are just coming.
That's comforting.
Sorry?
That's comforting.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
I mean, call it like say when it's like there's only not knowing. But it's more like, no, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Nobody knows, no. However enlightened, there's no understanding.
It makes it a bit like special.
Yeah.
It's not special, it's not. I don't know. What's going to happen next? I don't know. Of course, I don't know. It's like that.
Mhm.
It's very, in that sense, it's so normal. It
Yeah,
isn't.
yeah. It's so normal that you can't see it.
Yeah, it's so simple and because there's so much complication or looking at it and trying.
Yeah. Yeah. The Feldenkrais called it elusive obvious. I like that.
Yeah.
For a question.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it would be better to know what I want. Because now I'm just flowing with the wind and
Yeah.
they offer me a job, I say okay, yes I do it, but and then I don't like it and I don't have a passion or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's we think that when I know what I want, that it will be better and it will be more focused and saying, oh, that's what I want and I can do something about it. That's the dream and how me is working on how is that it's going. And when you can say it's just flowing, but it's already like that. But on top of that, and that's that me comes from, is like thinking I am the one who deciding or who is not deciding or that. Life is going in a certain like that, or suddenly you're there with a job or not. It has nothing to do with the decision. It's going like that. So we think that, oh, when I should know or should I know what I want or know what I can do or what are my talents, and when I know that, then maybe I do the right choice or all that. That's the dream of me. It's a fantasy. It's such a dream because we think that we have a free will to choose what will go on. But it's life. Life is choosing, you could say that. It's life, it's that energy is changing and doing and all that. It has nothing to do with you. It doesn't see you. It doesn't see someone who's in a job or that. It's that energy that may be there, and there can be a feeling like, or whatever is going on. And what's going on next? I don't know. And that's strange, because we think like, oh, now I have to decide if I do want it or don't want it, and I have to do the decisions are being made. But it feels like I have to do it, so there's a lot of thinking, because in the thinking you think like, oh, in that, when I think I'm going to listen and to do, to work it out, something like that. There's no control. And it was already like that, but when there's looking at it, it's like when there's feeling it's my life and how I have some influence how to do it. There's no influence. And when that's first seen, then it feels like, oh, I'm losing control and I don't know, and oh, what, where is it going? And I'm floating and I'm like, oh, like a leaf, it's going where it was already like that. But when there was a feeling of control, then and it's losing that, then it feels a bit like, oh my God, it's there's no influence of that. But it was already like that. So maybe there's going to a job and maybe it's staying there or not staying there. But that's also in the job, there's no job, it's sitting and there's maybe on the computer and then we're so into continuation and overview and see like all those people and is it forever and all that. It's that. And maybe there's a change or not. And then that's what's saying it's everything, because we're looking for something, that's what me does, for a good feeling, like I feel good, I feel free, I feel lucky or happy or all that. It's changing. Life is changing. It can be feelings, and it's not about you, so it's not about how do I feel. There is no one, and even the body is also not real. So circumstances are not real. This is talk about something completely out of the story. So nothing is real. So those circumstances can be like that, and then it changes, and then it's something else. But it's very tiny. It's like sitting or walking or that. We already in the story and the story and look at it and think, oh, do I like it or don't I like it or that. It's what it is. And that's what it is not, oh, do I like this job or all that. That's what me does. But it's like, yeah, what's happening? And it's not that you have to do it like that, because that seems like a new way. This is not a way of living. But it is more description of what's going on. And that we make a whole story and a continuation of it. It's always trying to make it into something that has a continuation and a job like that. There's no job. Yes, what is? And it can be a feeling. It's not your feeling, it's a feeling is there. A sensation. There's no answer. It's what it is. So there's also no direction. It's not going anywhere. Life is not going anywhere. We think like, oh, when I do this job, and then after that, and I'm going, and we live in a story of continuation and time and distance. There's no time. Yeah. And you can't do anything with it. No.
But of course, in the story, it seems easier for people who know what they want.
Yeah.
Seems.
That seems like that. Because when there's always a comparing. And when you saying, oh, I don't know, then it feels like, oh, I want to be some like people who want. But people who want, like oh my God, it's so, I always that, and then I look for something else, because what's going on is always not really satisfying, or not really. So we make something else as of some other people who knows what they want. Like that's it. But that's also not it. And then that's what we normally do. So it's not in what do I want or that fluttering around, or it has nothing to do with that. But when there's not knowing and a feeling of discomfort, what is normally a lot of me is feeling in the discomfort. And it's trying to feel comfortable or lucky or happy or free, different feelings. But that's what is. And then when there's two, when there's me and the world or other person, there's always some discord, restlessness, like, there's something not right or missing or something, and then we jump on, that has to do with that, that has to do with that, person. She's so like easy, maybe it's that, and then it's always going like that. You jump on something that feels or seems like the answer. There is no answer.
Being a person, it can feel like a prison because you have to do a lot of things. You have to, you're always busy with comparing and being happy. But there's also a sort of freedom because you have the choice.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
But being not a person, it's like feeling of a puppet on a string of life.
Yeah.
I can't say that's freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's when there's a person and there's looking around like that, there's an imagination about what is that when there's no free choice. How does that look like, or how does that feel? It's like, then it's like a puppet on a string, and there's just moving around and no one is deciding or so. It's not like that. Yeah. Because we imagine how that would be. When there's no choice, or when it's obvious, how do you say it? It doesn't matter because it's everything.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I feel this, everything happens.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But because we think that I'm the most important person, that's why everything's happening to me, and I want to have the control or the decision, or it's my life, so what's going on? It's not my life. It's not even the body isn't real, so it's chaos. There's nothing going on about me or my life or not, because we think maybe there's no me in this body again and in this life. It's worse than that in that sense. The body is also not real, so there's the hand walking, that's it. There's no Rose or life of Rose, for example. No, that's an idea of me. I'm in this life, and there's continuation in time, so I can decide. There's no time. It's not in the head all the time, like, there's no time, and I go. It's just going. Well, it's not happening to me, to this.
And nothing changes.
No, nothing changes. But what isn't there is it's happening to me. There's no one, seems to be like a word, an abstraction, like, there's no one here. It's not there's no one here. There's nothing happening. And there's apparently those hands and sitting on the floor, bodies. Well, it's an appearance, so it's not real. So we're so into it's happening in we said, no, this life, or my life, or we make something. There's no my life. So decisions are, it can be a decision, but it will happen or not. It's just a thought or something like that. So there's no attachment, but also no, it's not serious in that sense. But it can be a decision, and when it's so obvious, when there's a decision, then it can be happening or not. Yeah, of course. So it's not about me.
I always had a struggle in my life to be someone.
Yeah.
I never knew who I was.
Yeah.
I always compared, I have to behave this way, or I have to behave some way. And then suddenly was the idea of,
that's a relief also in me, because
Yeah.
there's a structure, like
Yeah.
I don't know who I am, or some people are more like, I'm really this and that. So that's more in me. There can be different ways of how to deal with things. So there can be a relief, so I don't have to know what my talents are, or what I am, or what I want, because it's an awful question in that sense, like that. But it's not the same, like there's nothing happening and there's no one.
No, it was not just relief, it was just, I felt it very